Well, there's one that stands out to me to this day that I don't even have to think about, and it was an older gentleman in jail that I was, and we were just talking, and he realized that I wasn't like most of the young guys that were coming in, regardless of the situation that I was in and the things that I was doing. He just said that he always saw something great about me, and he hit me with this quote. He says, "Sorry, remember this big time." He told me, he said, "Small things to a giant," and it never made sense at first. I used to ask him, like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "It'll make sense to you." But after I got out, and it just stuck with me. I always heard that small things to a giant. And then one day it just hit me like, yeah. You know, if you have a big heart, you know, all these things that you're going through, these challenges, these circumstances, they're just small things to a giant. It's real little. It's pretty much, you can just brush it off and keep it moving. Wow. That's a good question, because, and I think about that sometimes when I'm doing my program, because I see these children. I think the advice I would give myself is, the only thing I could really say is just breathe, man. Just take a deep breath at this moment. If I think back, it would just take a deep breath, because I was so angry. I was just always angry. And I think there was a moment where I could have just been cool. I think a lot of the choices that I would have made would have been totally different. Yeah, you know, we're all going to go through experiences. We're all going to go through some hurt, some pain in our lives, and a lot of times we're taught to avoid those circumstances. You know, and my advice would be, don't run. You know what I'm saying? Don't run. Allow yourself to feel, but then it's not so much getting stuck with the story. Is how do you allow these experiences to teach you more? Because what I've learned on my journey is that I've had what society will call the abominable experiences happen to you, you know, things that most people wouldn't bounce back from. But what I allowed myself to do is see these experiences and look for ways I could build myself up, but also build somebody else up. So I would say allow yourself to go through the experience, but look for the solutions. Maybe there may not be a solution in the experience, but look for the solution through the experience that you can help somebody else. So if you overcome an obstacle, there's a solution through you that you can share with somebody else.
Thank you for watching A Wise Way. Subscribe to stay updated, share to pass the knowledge, or view our other videos on the left.